So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZWGames5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below.
Hi YouTube, it's me, the Shy Pianist, or you may know as Donald or Zephyr Wargames, bringing you deck 44, Lunalights. For me, it's deck 44, Sasami, Lunalights, with all the new support from Legendary Duelist Sisters of the Roses and the upcoming support. First things first, as always, the deck has been made for fun. There's a few sort of text that I would put in it that not a lot of people others would do, and yeah, let's get straight into it. So starting straight off, we have a triple Lunalight Emerald Bird. Its effect is if it's been normal or special summon, you can discard one Lunalight card from your hand to graveyard, and if you do, draw one card. If this card has been sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target one of your level 4 or lower Lunalight monsters that is banished or in your graveyard except Lunalight Emerald Bird, and special summon in defense position, but it gets its effects negated. You can only use each effect once per turn. So it's simply kind of like the Chocolate Girl, Chocolate Magician, and discard, draw one kind of play. Next we have I play two yellow Lunalight Yellow Martin. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can target one Lunalight card you control except for itself and return it to the hand. If you do, you special summon it in defense position, but banish it when it leaves the field. If this card has been sent to graveyard by a card effect, you can add one Lunalight spell or trap from your deck to your hand, and you can only use each effect once per turn. So this is generally, you want to send it to the grave to then grab your Lunalight Fusion now, or you can obviously bounce one of your Pendulum Scales, revive it, make a rank 4 or link play. Very standard on that. Or even Fusion, which is what the whole deck is about. Okay, for the rest of the deck, we have obviously the main Claddagh Trick, allowing to make itself whatever its name. I do want to stress the fact that the effect to send is an effect of cost. So if you send either of these two, you will not get the effect because it was sent by cost. As I've misplayed that on my few tries of testing. Other than that, everything is all good with this card in a sense. Play the triple Blue Cat. This is generally, you want to summon obviously your Leah Dancer, summon this out, and then double Leah Dancer and do massive damage and maybe even game on that regard. Black Sheep is very standard. We generally go to use this to search for poly. Nothing else really. I mean, you can obviously recover when you fusion summon with it as well. For the scales, I play 3 Tiger and 3 Wolf. For me, this is a sort of personal preference on the fact that the scales do help. Wolf does help to fusion summon. Tiger obviously helps to revive. You may have this odd chance to actually do pendulum summon, but it's really nice to have both in the deck. Rounds things off, I play the 1 Crimson Fox. This is a very situational event that you do send it, reduce the opponent's monster by attack to 0, and you do game with that regards. So that's it for the monsters. For the new spell, we have a Lunalight Fusion. So you can fusion summon a Lunalight Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as materials. If your opponent controls a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, you can also use up to 1 Lunalight monster from your deck or extra deck as a fusion material. You can only use 1 per turn. So kind of like Shadow Fusion, if your opponent controls an extra deck, you then basically use either your deck or your extra deck in this case, which is really nice for the deck itself. Obviously we play triple poly, we are a fusion deck, enough said on that regard. Triple Lunalight Perfume, this is a very nice card to have. The fact that you can now revive generally with extend plays generally, and to discard and add what you need is also there in its own right. As we're all Beast Warriors, we are playing triple tanky, search what you need, go along with that. I've been testing out actually. Triple Allure has actually helped to try and give you consistency. The best card to banish off this is Claddagh Trick, because you then get the effect of its banished effect on that regard. But generally, if you feel like you're already enough like searching with that, you can drop these out, just the same. If not, obviously, if you do have cards that you can't banish, discard to grave, or and that regards, you know, you might get some effects from that, such as like perfume, but obviously that's for next turn. Just word mention on that. For back row destruction, I played the 1 Twin Twisters. The deck is very tough out as it is. You can bump like some of the draws for another Twin Twister. Obviously, because we're an OTK deck, you can play Red Reboot and all that regards. So I generally go with Twin Twister just because if your opponent does have a card that obviously like Imperial Order, and unless you can OTK in that one turn, you know, this helps out in that regard. 1 Monster Reborn and 1 Raigeki, you know, clearing boards, doing much damage as possible, and the Monster Reborn does help a lot more now, generally for the revivals of the lower fusions, then go into the higher fusions. Or in any case, go for Blue Cat to double attack. Now, I played the 1 trap. I first thought Lunalights Raid Dance was actually pretty bad, but it's generally for your second effect. But I'll read its effect. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard and send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. If you do, you special summon 1 Lunalight monster from your deck. Yeah, and you're going to use this effect once per turn. Except during the damage step. You special summon it and you're going to use this effect once per turn. The second part is when a fusion monster or monsters is fusion summoned to your side of the field, except during the damage step, you can target one of those monsters and apply these effects simultaneously. You can special summon 1 Lunalight token with 2000 attack and 2000 depth defense to your opponent's side of the field. And the targeted monster gains 500 attack for each of your monsters your opponent controls. So the case with this is that you want to be, you summon out Leo Dancer, make it at least 4k, and it will attack twice. Obviously you attack in token, so you don't have to attack into what of your opponent other monsters they have, and do that. Destroy all special summon monsters and tap for 4k at minimum anyway. So I feel like the fact that you can special summon from deck really does help. For my purpose of target is Blue Cat once again, because obviously the double attack is really nice to have in this deck. So that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, I played the 1 Lunalight Saber Dancer. Its effect is it requires 3 Lunalights, it must be fusion summoned, and it gains 200 attack for each of your Beast Warriors that is banished or in your graveyard. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. During your main phase, except for the turn this was sent to your graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 fusion monster you control. It gains 3000 attack until the end of turn, and can only use this effect of Lunalight Saber Dancer once per turn. So I'm only playing at 1. This doesn't really help out obviously to get into your Leo Dancers, but it's really nice as an option if you really want to get out a bigger beat stick than Cat Dancer or Panther Dancer. And generally, you know, it sets you out in the grave for the next fusion, and if you wanted to, you can play the extra foolish spell card, paying half your life, send this to graveyard to set up for next turn. But you know, it's very risky in itself. That's why I played the 1. Okay, so continuing on, I played the 2 Cat Dancer. You rarely go into Cat Dancers as much now. You play the 3 Panther Dancer. This is generally the one you would send off with Claddagh Trick, which makes sense. And obviously your boss monster, Leo Dancer, attacking twice with 3/5 and destroying all special summon cards. Can't be targeted or destroyed by opponent's card effect is obviously too good. For the XYZs, play the 1 Tiger King, allows you to set your Tenki, and obviously giving you that search. Tornado Dragon for extra back row destruction, and Castel for just the problematic bounce effect. Problematic cards, bounce it, go with that, and then continue on. For the links, I play one Lantern Thinkers. In the event that you do make one of these, you can then just link off with another Lunalight and then still open up your spaces. Play one YUGIOH in the event that you want to obviously use your Lunalights and then go into your fusions is also an option. And to round things off, we have the one borrow load. This can be any link for. I generally only have the borrow load, so borrow load also gives me the option to just non-target steal problematic cards. So that is the deck. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and as always guys, happy dueling!
What's up YouTube, Dad here from Zephyr Wargames. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well, and don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019 we're going to have more deck profiles, duels and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always guys, happy dueling!